Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Aries for the month of June 2024. So, as we start, I'd like to just thank everyone who's returning to this monthly series and to also welcome anyone who's new to our Angelic Wisdom community. Just a few reminders if you haven't done so already. Make sure that you're subscribed, select the all notification bell, like, dislike, and of course, leave your comments. If you feel called to have an angel reading with me, you can go to my current website, the angelschool.com/services. And if you're also would like to support my channel with a donation, you can select my PayPal Me link for Angelic Wisdom LLC. All these links you'll find in the description area below, including the link that will be the first one for the general monthly angel reading for June. So if you haven't seen it yet, then make sure that you do. And finally, the reading itself. So we have 3 cards laid out here. The card in the center is going to be a message from the Archangel that we're working with in the month. And the cards on either side will be from the Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana, messages representing your guardian angel. And so the Major Arcana just sort of focuses on the bigger themes that will be shaping the month and energies, and the Minor Arcana will show us how that's going to reflect to us in a way that's more apparent to our conscious awareness, and ways that we can work with that energy. So let's take a deep breath together now. You may even really want to just sort of close your eyes and and just allow your heart to be open to the guidance and wisdom of your angels. And so Aries, a few things I'm seeing right away. They wrote USA. So that means that there might be, in particular, a focus on what's going on in the United States right now. It might also just represent symbolically any country or government worldwide. And what was interesting was this sort of refreshing scene of a open window, like almost in a kitchen, or window looking out in the backyard and looking into some setting that's very quiet and calm, serene. And and it just gives us a sense, gives me a sense in that moment of some things sort of improving, new opportunities coming through. And it also might mean that there are new opportunities that you can create for yourself, or there might be some new opportunities available to you where you live, or in another area where you might be thinking about living. But it's definitely a feeling of, having a moment where all the stuff that's going on out in the world you're just sort of detached from it. And in that detachment, not saying that you're ignoring anything, but you are detaching from the noise to really go into the quiet of your inner being and paying attention, letting that inner quietness distill for you what's being projected at this time. And it's a way for you to really, it's almost like I don't the word I'm looking for, but it's almost like they're giving you um, sort of guidance about about distilling. And, because we are all so caught up in the noise, all right, we're just reacting to everything. So our usual sort of MO is to react to everything. And that's just not a way to exist. You'll never find happiness if you are participating in sort of the chaos by the way that you react, which is sort of like almost as if somebody, you know, if there's if there's a scare, you just react, you mimic whatever the energy is. If it's fear, you mimic it. If it's, um, you know, involuntary responses, I guess is what they're really trying to get at. So let's take a look at the energies that we're working with in this month. First, the Archangel message, and see where that takes us. Okay, so your guardian angel, and this is really important, your guardian angel comes up because your guardian angel knows you more than any of the other angels, knows you more than any other being in the entire universe, other than the source that's always omnipresent with you. But this being is one that you need to turn to right now, your guardian angel. And you can have more than one guardian angel, but you definitely have the one that's been with you since your conception. And the message here is about loving unconditionally. And again, choosing love rather than to mirror the fear that is being projected back at you. So, one, you don't have to mirror what's projected to you. And choosing to love unconditionally doesn't mean that they're telling you to let people walk all over you either. But they're telling you to put yourself first, to hold the space for what you truly desire, to hold the space for safety and peace and love. And this is only you can put this into practice over enough time for it to really start to work for you. This is not a trick to sort of like solve a problem in the moment and then you don't have to do your work. This is doing the work, this work of holding the space for yourself. Because what it does is that it establishes the boundaries for you instead of you trying to isolate and pick out something that you need to work on. You can do that all day long. And it's sort of like you're trying to create a fortress of protection, and your ego will make you look at every brick. And once you think you got that brick, solidly in place as a support, then another one will be in question. And wherever there's doubt, you don't have clear boundaries, and therefore you're not protected from the drama and the chaos that's being projected towards you. So you have to practice this. You have to put it into practice. You have to just simply remember that holding the space for yourself and setting boundaries for yourself starts with your reaction to everything. And once you are aware of your sort of knee-jerk reaction to everything, which means that your choices are made involuntarily or unconsciously. And this is going to start to put you in the process of being present. and making a decision based on how you want to feel, what outcome for the highest good do you really want to experience. And this also recognizes, as I've talked about this before, not jumping into everything, understanding that everybody's in their own classroom with their own lessons. And for you and I to assume that they need to be rescued and that you need to be a hero is playing into the biggest con of the ego. And that is why our energy gets drained and we're all over the place and we're feeling it. We're feeling incredibly vulnerable. And it's because we don't know, we don't check into this inner voice to allow it to help us to distill and discern what our role, what we're really being called upon to do. All right, so let's take a look. There's more I could say, but again, I have to also assume that you also get me, like that every word, I don't need to use many words and scenarios for you to understand. So it's how do we learn this boundary? Because if you feel like you always, like, for example, one of my things, feel like I always have to explain everything, then that makes you vulnerable. Because when you think you're trying to make sure that everything's going to be fine and everybody's going to understand you, what ends up happening is it just gives people more opportunities to sort of do the ego thing, which is to pick at everything that you say. And then you'll find yourself explaining it until exhaustion. So here we have the Star card. And here's again that card that's sort of affirming something ahead, some sort of healing, hope, light at the end of the tunnel. And this is really what the angels are offering you. But they're also putting it in with this advice. It's just not going to happen. It's not because without your effort. Why? Because it is your effort that is creating the problem. The lack of awareness of the right kind of effort. One, the road ahead of you has always been bright. It has always been a plan of peace for you. It's just our practice gets in the way. And what's going on in the world right now, don't spend so much energy reacting to all that drama. Spinning. There's always one spinning, another one. It'll never stop, and you can't watch it all. You can't do anything about all of it. But you can do within our governments when they give us an opportunity to, for example, vote or to give our input in town or community meetings or government, town halls or something, or to participate in some kind of grassroots effort. So instead of putting your attention to the spinning wheels, put your attention to the ground, Aries. There's something that's calling you, and it might seem like it's a long road because you're at the start, but that road leads to this bright future, this time of hope. And so don't let yourself be distracted, is really what they're saying. So you have the Ace of Swords. One of the things about what's going on is that this is giving you the chaos, the drama. It's like polishing a diamond. You get the facets become clearer. This is an opportunity of clarity for you, not just for you, but countries and communities. It's all offering us. That's why the drama is playing out. And to give us an opportunity to get really clear about those inner feelings. You're having a lot of them and they're intense, but you got to focus on the ones that are coming, that have the strongest pull, draw for you, and that are becoming the most clear in your understanding. But first, once you distill in that silence what your path is out of everything that's going on, then this kind of clarity and direction and momentum will pick up for you. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful month, Aries. God bless you.